Season 3, Episode 3 of the FC Wonderkid podcast here with my great friend, Felipe Souza. How are you doing, my guy?
Very well, my friend. How are you doing?
I'm really excited because I see the support in the FC Wonderkid community in every channel on TikTok, on Instagram, on Next. Go bold and follow us. It's being such a good journey. And thank you, everyone that likes this video. It's a huge help if you want to support the best podcast about young players in the world, the FC Wonderkid podcast. 5 stars on Spotify, rates it on YouTube. It's a huge help for us. So yes, I'm just so excited to do this. And we got a lot to talk about, don't we, Felipe?
I'm very excited for this episode, Alex. We have a lot to talk about. We are going with the top 7 leagues, top under 23 players of each of the top 7 leagues, top under 21 players as well. Of those leagues as well. I'm very excited. Let's see.
It's a hard task. It's definitely a hard task. So definitely put in the comments on YouTube if you agree or disagree with our choices. We're going to do that ranking. We're also going to talk about the next superstar of each of the best nations that can win the World Cup, because obviously national teams, we saw a lot of national teams football, so it's really good to see international break. But yes, let's get to this. But before we get to this, the YouTube comment section of episode 3 reminded us that we had to talk about Tom Bishop, which Tom Bischoff. Sorry, Tom Bischoff, that goes from Hoffenheim to Bayern Munich. And we were also reminded that Froholt is going to be a Danish legend, Kelvin Souza said. So I think you're in the right podcast, because both me and Felipe, we both think that Froholt obviously has the potential to be a legend of Denmark. And we will mention more players that can be as impactful as Froholt in the FC Wonderkid podcast. So you make sure you're listening. Once again, thank you so much. Let's get to this. So to the rankings of the top 7 leagues of under 21 and under 23 players. So starting in the Premier League, under 23s. Who's your third spot in the under 23s of the Premier League, mate?
That spot was the most tough, the toughest one, because
a lot of names, yes.
Yeah, a lot of names. I think I'm going with one player that I choose him because what I think he can do. Not right now he is having a tough time because of adaptation to a new league, but.
We have the same player. We have the same player, Florian Wirtz.
Florian Wirtz, of course, top 3, third position, and in the second place, in the first place, I don't have any doubts. My second place is Moi Caicedo.
And first place, Cole Palmer.
Yeah.
Yes, we have the same top 3, mate. Florian Wirtz, Moises Caicedo, Cole Palmer, and if there's a fourth, I put Xavi Simons.
Bro,
I put Xavi Simons, man. You got the same.
Yeah, I got the same, and I think maybe Xavi Simons can make a better season than Florian Wirtz.
It can happen. It can happen.
He will be very important to this Tottenham team, bring creativity to the attack.
100%.
And I think it will be crucial.
100%. We're going to talk about a superstar for the Netherlands. Xavi Simons is the superstar of the Netherlands, and Tottenham too. Yeah. No more James Maddison if the squad is fully fit. Yeah. Xavi Simons, that is his spot. Kudus, Xavi Simons, Solanke, Richarlison, Matistel, Brennan Johnson. This Tottenham team has such a good attacking threat. And Simons is the orchestrator. He is the do or die if they win a Premier League one day, okay? Xavi Simons is the player that they got to convince that this is a Premier League team one day. Because if they don't, we know Xavi Simons will say, look, I'll go to City, I'll go to Real Madrid, I'll go to wherever I feel like I'm treated the best. Because in his mind, we've said it in the last podcast, he's the best player in the world. So we have the same top 3 under 23 players in the Premier League. We both have Florian Wirtz, Moises Caicedo, and Cole Palmer. We have Caicedo in second because he's one of the best CDMs in the world.
For sure.
No discussion. If Chelsea play with that high pressure and immediate reaction counter with the ball, he's the one that makes a Gittins, a Garnacho, a Cole Palmer, a Estevão. Caicedo is the backbone of this Chelsea team.
He's an authentic beast. The amount of balls that he recovers in a game, it's insane.
Exactly.
I think
Ecuador are so lucky to have
for
him.
sure.
So lucky.
Ecuador's generation is...
Kendry Paes, Hincapié, Moises Caicedo. They have then an Estupinian. That's quite a good player to have in that team.
For sure.
A lot of options.
Ordonez,
yes.
Great centre back as well, but for sure, Moi Caicedo.
So now, under 21s. We agreed under 23s. I don't think we're going to agree in all of the rankings, mate.
I don't think so.
Let's make this entertaining, too.
I don't think so. I have to say something before I'm telling you guys my top 3 of under 21.
Yes.
It's current quality, not potential. Because I left Estevão, Yoro, Nwaneri, and Miles Wells-Skelly out of this top 3.
What?
Because I'm talking about current quality.
You don't think Estevão current quality is top 3 under 21?
Right now,
I put him... say yours.
So my top 3. Milos Kerkez, 3rd place.
Yes.
2nd place, Carlos Baleba.
Yes.
And the 1st place, a midfielder that I love, Adam Morton.
Adam Morton.
Yes. 1st place. I know it's bold, but I think he's an unbelievable midfielder. So strong, recovers a lot of balls, and also some playmaking and orchestrator abilities as well.
Yes,
very important to this Crystal Palace midfield, and without him, they wouldn't won 2 trophies.
You know, maybe I went a bit with potential too in this one because of Baleba. I don't have Baleba in the top 3, and obviously, current ability, Carlos Baleba is much more impactful than the players I have here. So my top 3 under 21 players in the Premier League, I put 3rd Wharton. I put 2nd Lenny Yoro, and I put 1st Estevão. Maybe I'm thinking too hard in the potential, but I really think current ability, Estevão, is one of the players that can make the biggest difference for this Chelsea team this season, next to Cole Palmer in terms of impact offensively. So maybe that's why I'm putting Estevão. But the player that I was really mad that I couldn't put him in the top 3 was Lewis Miles Skelly. Because I think Lewis Miles Skelly, the fact that Lewis Miles Skelly is playing at left back at such a high level when he comes on, it's insane. He played as a midfielder all his academy, and now playing last season against Real Madrid, having that confidence, the way he was playing that game, I was shook. And that is a moment that changes a player. When he plays against the players he always idolized, and he's at that level. So I think Skelly is a player that's going to be for the present and future of football too.
For sure, and he is more impactful, for example, than Nwaneri in the team.
Yes.
And Nwaneri was the superstar of that generation from Arsenal Youth Academy. And Miles Skelly appears and he delivers insane performance, and I think he is a little bit underrated, and I maybe he could get in this top 3.
But I like the Adam Wharton respect because we were talking last podcast. Adam Wharton could be a starter for England. Okay, this England national team is completely stacked. But we will mention forward about the England national team and the next superstar in a couple of minutes. So Premier League is done. Go to the comment section, destroy us if you agree or disagree. Now, La Liga, under 23s. Well, we have, obviously, Lamine Yamal is the first in the under-23s and under-21s, right?
Of course. So, my under-23s of La Liga, I have Jude Bellingham, 3rd place, Pedri, 2nd place, and Lamine Yamal, 1st place. La Liga, I
guess what?
Was more...
I've got the same list.
But La Liga was the easiest one. Even the under-21s...
But if you had a 4th in the under-23s, I'd put Nico Williams, personally. I'd put 4th Nico Williams. I'd put 3rd Jude Bellingham. 2nd, I'd go Pedri. Obviously, how could I forget Pedri? And 1st, Lamine Yamal. If there was no Lamine Yamal, I had Nico Williams 3rd.
My 4th place would be Dean Huysen.
Of course. I knew it.
For sure. Yeah.
I knew it. But yes, Nico Williams is that type of player that I just admire. Nico Williams staying at Atletico Bilbao, playing with his brother. He's a legend of this club. They win a trophy after so many years because of Nico Williams. He's one of the stars of the Spanish national team. He doesn't play for Barca and Real Madrid. Mega respect for this type of player.
And the ability of Athletic Bilbao to keep their rising players, their stars in the team. It's insane. Nico Williams, all the Europe wanted
exactly.
Nico Williams, and he stayed.
And I still think one day he'll do that jump. But still, let's see. It's a choice, and it gives even more not responsibility, but it gives him more of the fact that they give him such a high salary, they respect him there. It gives him leverage towards saying to another club, look, if you value me the same way Athletic Bilbao values me and you want me to leave, you gotta pay me double, triple, whatever it is.
And he will play Champions League this season. So
exactly.
Let's see.
Let's see. And under 21, so under 23s we completely agree. So it's Fox with Jude, Pedri, and Lamine Yamal.
So my top 3 under 21's best La Liga players are Arda Güler, 3rd place, Dean Huijsen, 2nd place, and Lamine Yamal, 1st place.
I snubbed Arda Güler. I went with the 2 center backs, Dean Huijsen 3rd, Pau Cubarsí 2nd, and Lamine Yamal 1st.
I already knew it. You are a big fan of Pau Cubarsí. I already knew.
And if there was a 4th, I'd put Mastatuono.
Mastatuono better than Arda Güler.
I know Arda Güler is currently more impactful in the Real Madrid team, but I do think it's the time that he's been at the club. He knows the system. He knows how things are in the club. Mastatuono just arrived, and maybe I'm a bit more bullish on him. I just have a feeling Mastatuono halfway in the season, Mastatuono is going to be a complete starter, and people worldwide will start recognizing him as a starter for the Argentinian national team. That's what Mastatuono has to do. He wants to be a key player for Argentina in the World Cup.
He already has the number 10 shirt.
Exactly.
When Messi leaves, the number 10 shirt is from Mastatuono.
So that says a lot. So yes, under 23s we agree. Under 21s there was a bit of a change here. But Barcelona and Real Madrid mega presence. So La Liga is completely
dominated.
Back. So I'm curious here because I said to you before we started, I've got the same players in one of the rankings.
Yeah.
So Serie A, what did you do in Serie A, mate? Because my Serie A under 23s and under 21 is the same.
My are not the same. Yeah. So under 23s, Nico Paz, 3rd place. 2nd place, Matias Solé, very underrated. I like him a lot. Very good player. And the 1st place, of course, Kenan Wildis. It's no doubts on that 1st place.
And
yours, Alex.
My under 21s and under 23s best ranking of Serie A. I have 3rd place Scalvini, even though he was injured a lot of time. But I just think he's locked in for the future Italy national team. 2nd, Nico Paz. What a 10! What a player! Complete difference maker for his team at Como. And obviously the best Wonderkid of Serie A. This is no discussion. Kenan Yildiz, in which you went bold last week and said Kenan Yildiz is world class. Okay, irreplaceable.
He proved again an authentic masterclass against Inter. 1 goal, 1 assist. One of the best players on the pitch.
Exactly.
When you perform at this level with 20 years old, it's insane.
Juventus have to say to any club in the world that approaches for Kenan Yildiz, untouchable.
Yeah.
Untouchable. This guy, no one touches. 200 million, 300 million. This guy can be the future of our club, the big icon of our club. So I think if Juventus want to one day get this Champions League status by winning it, they need to keep a player like Kenan Yildiz. But yes, I would say, see, my under 21s, under 23s is the same. Mention Zion Suzuki too, that could have left Parma. Very good underrated keeper. Evan Ferguson, we're very excited about what he's going to do at Gasperini. Matias Sule, yes, I agree with you, underrated 10. And let's wait and see what other players in Serie A that are going to for sure rise, okay?
I have one here. It's Francisco Pio Esposito from Inter. It's
those Esposito brothers.
Yeah. I really like him, but let's see what it can do if he has the enough minutes this season with Inter.
Salvatore, Sebastian Esposito, and
Francesco.
What a family. And all of them, they play at an incredibly high level.
Yeah, for sure. So my top under 21s players of Serie A is Petar Susic in the 3rd place, and then Nico Paz 2nd place, and Kenan Wildis, of course.
Do you think Petar Susic is going to be a Croatian national team mega player in the next 5-10 years?
For sure. He's already a starter in the Croatian national team. He's 21. So imagine in 5 years' time, his impact, he will be crucial for this national team in the future, and I think he's the future and the present of this
Hopefully Shivu does a better job, because I think maybe Inter are gonna sack him. But that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
I was already pessimistic, and in the podcast here in Portugal, pre-bet show, I was asked the one team that I had bad vibes. I said Atletico. My co-host said Inter, and I agree with him. Okay,
I agree with both. I'm bad vibes with Atletico and with Inter as well.
And we're the Wonderkids at Atletico de Madrid. We did a La Liga ranking. No Atletico de Madrid Wonderkid to be mentioned. Pablo Barrios obviously is the engine of this team. But like, if there's not Pablo Barrios, who's the Wonderkid that we got to talk about? Thiago Almada? He's disappeared.
Yeah.
He's disappeared, man.
He's 24 and Bayern is 23. I think.
Not really Wonderkids, but in the young players' sense. But yes, Serie A is also done.
They have Matteo Ruggeri, at the left back. Good left back, but...
And Marc Pubil, they got him now.
Yeah.
But they don't play him. They don't play him. They got him, but they don't play him. Under 21.
Simeone, my friend, Simeone.
Now, Bundesliga. Bundesliga is not an easy pick in the under 23s, and also the third pick. So, who's your third pick in the under 23s in the Bundesliga?
Alexander Pavlovic.
Understandable.
Alexander Pavlovic, very underrated and a very complete number 6, because his work rate is insane. He recovers a lot of balls, a lot of defensive contributions in the game, and he also the amount of passes,
progressive passes
to final third, and it's insane the amount of passes that he does in the game.
True.
He is so important for the build-up phase of Bayern Munich, and his pass accuracy, he never fails a pass.
It's true. He's very reliable. Yeah. And the thing about Pavlovic that got to me was he started playing for Bayern Munich. Immediately after, Nagelsmann was like, no, this guy has to be German. Because Serbia was like, look, do you want to join us? Because we also have a good national team with Vlahovic, Kostic. Kostic is aging, though. But Mitrovic is also aging. But my point is, Germany said we have to lock him in immediately. So Alexander Pavlovic, complete baller. Yeah. But my third place, I want to go bold. I wanted to go bold. The replacement of Florian Wirtz at Bayer Leverkusen, Malik Thielmann. Okay, I think Thielmann, without injuries, can be mega impactful for this Leverkusen team. They need it now with Florian Wirtz out, so I put him third in my top under 23s. Malik Thielmann, second. I think there's no discussion between these two. It's just who do we put first and second. Yeah. I put second Olise, and I put first Jamal Musiala.
Okay.
For me, Musiala is a generational talent, and if Germany wins the World Cup, it's Jamal Musiala, the megastar, ahead of Florian Wirtz. He's got more talent. He can play 10. He can play at the wing. They complete each other, Wirtz and Musiala.
Olise can play 10 as well. But,
but I just think Olise right wing. Leave him at the right wing. He's more comfortable there. And yes, I love Olise too. But what gave me the difference between the two is, even if I think national team, Olise is kind of disrespected with the French national team, in my opinion. He should get a lot more minutes than what he's given. Yes, they have Desiré Doué, Dembélé. They got so many options, the French national team. But I guarantee you, in terms of creative mind, in terms of making the difference in a moment, Michael Olise is the best option that the French national team has for the right wing, in terms of, in my opinion.
Yeah. And I think maybe Dembélé is in the discussion right now, but Michael Olise is probably the best winger of this French national team.
If we put Mbappé as striker, yes.
If you put Mbappé as striker, of course.
Yeah.
But I think people sometimes undervalue a little bit Michael Olise, and that's why he's on my first place.
What? So what's your top under 23?
Top 3, Alexander Pavlovic. Second place, Jamal Musiala, of course, and first place, Michael Olise, because I'm a big fan of Michael Olise. 100% Bayern, yeah. 100%
so
Bayern.
Would you say Olise is like top 5 under
right
wingers in the world?
Yeah.
Right wingers?
Yeah.
Or wingers itself? Ooh. That's bold, mate. But right wingers, you put
right
Olise?
Wingers for sure. Wingers...
I need to see the list of the right wingers. I
needed to see the list, yeah. But for sure, he's a world-class player. I think let's see what Bayern can do in this Champions League.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how company can structure the team to let's see what they can reach in the Champions League. And
you know what I think about company. You know what I
Yeah,
think about this Bayern Munich team.
I know.
I just think throughout the years, Bayern Munich is losing that culture of the Bayern culture, the Baviera culture. It's a luxury to live in such a rich place in Germany. German people it's normal in the past that a German person would want to live in the Bavaria, would want to represent Bayern Munich. It's not a choice. It's not a luxury. It's a privilege to play for Bayern Munich if you're a German person. So I think that Bayern is losing this essence, more and more. Florian Wirtz refusing a Bayern Munich. That's not normal. Voltmad giving the chance to say, look, maybe going to the Premier League in Newcastle, that'd be better than staying and going to Bayern. That's mad. That's mad that that's even a chance that happens. Yeah. So let's wait and see. Angelo Stiller is the player that I think Bayern have to get in order to get the best players of the Bundesliga. But this is a whole different conversation.
For sure.
And Kompany is a part of the problem, unfortunately. But let's wait and see. Kompany could prove himself in this Champions League and shut me up. That can happen. So under 21s in the Bundesliga. This is incredibly hard because the top 6, top 7 players are incredibly leveled, right?
Right. And I think 2 players that are not in my top 3 of under 21s, and I want to mention Kenan from Eintracht Frankfurt.
Very good. That was a Nuremberg.
Yeah. Was in Nuremberg. I watched him play it in the second Bundesliga, in the second division, and I really like him at the times at Nuremberg. Last season was a little bit difficult for it to adapt to a different level, but this beginning of season, Alex, it's insane. Already 2-3 goals, 2 assists in the first Bundesliga games. I think he will be crucial to this Eintracht Frankfurt.
Very true. And Frankfurt does amazing recruitment in terms of these players. Don't forget, Colomani was there. Luka Jovic had his best phase at Frankfurt.
And now the next gen, Jean-Mathieu Barroya, 20 years old, fantastic winger, French winger. Oscar Oyland from the Oyland family in the midfield. Ugo Larsen as well.
Ugo Larsen, I've got him here. I've got him in my top 3.
Fares Shaibi.
Very good player. Bro. So Frankfurt's in terms of recruitment on point. And let's not forget also Frankfurt had Oliver Glasner. That was a great team that won the Europa League too. That made history. Never forget Camp Nou being shook. How many German people are here? Camp Nou. True. Xavi was phased. You could see Xavi was this is not normal. We're not playing at home here in the Europa League. So big respect to Frankfurt fans because they love football.
For sure.
So your top 3 you put in third. So
Elis Ben Seguir, 3rd place. 2nd place, Antonio Nusa. And first place, of course, Alexander Pavlovic.
I agree with the first, but it's just the 2nd and the 3rd that maybe I think I'm gonna go differently. So, 3rd place I go. It's gonna. I want to say Bilal El Kanous, but 3rd place I'll go Ben Seguir. 2nd place I go Ugo Larsen, and 1st place I agree with you, Pavlovic. That is a player that can make the difference in the German national team. These are the top 3 players under 21s in the Bundesliga, in my opinion.
And
but Joe Bellingham close.
That were close to this top 3. And sometimes it's very difficult to compare a number 8 with a number 10.
Exactly.
That are in the closed level. It's difficult.
Exactly. Like a player like Bilal El Kanous, Joe Bellingham. I wanted to mention him here. But yes, it's difficult. It's difficult. Do your top 5 or top 3 in the comment section, okay? Now, Ligue 1. How are we feeling here, Philippe?
Very easy. Liga was very easy.
PSG Ale.
Very
PSG
easy.
Ale. I'm getting that feeling.
I took 15 seconds to make these 2 lists.
So top under 23s in Liga. Who is it?
My top 3. I have Desiree Doué in the 3rd place. 2nd place, João Neves. And first place,
Nuno Mendes.
Of course.
Do you also agree with me that Nuno Mendes can become the best left back ever in Portuguese history?
He's already.
Exactly. That's what I say to people, and they say, "Oh, you're a bit biased about that." No, he's the best left back in the world.
Yeah, for sure. And which Portuguese left back do you remember to be close to this level?
Fábio Coentrão at Real Madrid.
No.
That given moment, not a whole season, but he took Marcelo. He took Marcelo and prime Marcelo back in the day, which Zé Mourinho, that was like Coentrão.
For one season.
Yeah, exactly. Not the same level of consistency. And he was also a winger that went to left back, okay? Coentrão was not a left back from academy football. Nuno Mendes is, okay? So,
no. Nuno Mendes is already the best, I'm saying fullback, left back or right back, best fullback of the history of the Portuguese national team, and I think he's the best left back in the world.
I agree. And if he's not the first in the best fullback, he's the second for sure. And the second player is Hakimi. Yeah. So PSG have the best two fullbacks in the world. That's what make PSG one of the best teams in the world. For Obviously, the midfield with João Neves, with Vitinha, the intensity, the decision making, but the fullbacks is where the sauce really is with Nuno Mendes and Hakimi. Those are the players that make the difference towards this team playing in such a good, offensive, and beautiful football that we all love. So I completely agree with you with the top 3 under 23 in Liga. I also go Desiré Doué, João Neves, and Nuno Mendes. Two players that are Portuguese, all from PSG, and Luís Campos, sporting director of PSG, always making amazing choices, we can see. They win the Champions League because of Luís Campos making these choices, okay? Yeah. Even a Pacho, okay, which is a worthy mention. And if there was no PSG in Ligue 1, who would be the best under 23? Maybe Magnus Aglikush at Monaco?
Yeah, I have
Mason Greenwood at Marseille. He's also playing very well.
I have, for me, it would be Magnus Aglikush, the first place. And then I would choose...
Greenwood's also really good for Marseille.
I would choose... Greenwood in the second place.
You would go with Restes to give a shout out to goalkeepers.
No. I would choose Malik Fofana as well, and he's in my top 3 of under 21.
So let's go to the under 21s. I like Malik Fofana.
Yeah, so it's my top 3. It's Malik Fofana, then of course Desiré Doué, and then João Neves.
Yeah. So you go Malik Fofana, Desiré Doué, João Neves. I agree. In the the third place, I have the Bonadi of Lille. I'm thinking potential in this sense.
Yeah, it's potential, I think.
Because I really wanted to mention here in the podcast, for me, the top 3 under 21s in Ligue 1, Malik Fofana, in terms of impact, I agree with you. He's better than Bonadi, but I wanted to put Bonadi in the third because the potential of Bonadi is insane, in my opinion. Second, I completely agree. Desiré Doué. And first, João Neves. I want to give this special shout out. 20 years old, João Neves. Okay, so watching him play in Portugal 1 year and a half was such a privilege. I know when I'm 60, when I'm 70, I'm going to be talking that I saw João Neves playing in Estádio da Luz, making a difference for his team and for Portugal. If we win the World Cup, it's because of João Neves. I'm absolutely sure. So we'll talk about that in a couple of minutes, but I just wanted to give this special moment because this is Liga and this is the time to mention it.
Do you think João Neves has the potential to become the best midfielder in the world?
100%. Okay, Pedri is the best midfielder in the world.
Yeah, I agree.
Jude Bellingham, I'd say, is the close second. João Neves could be up there, and I completely see him going one day to Real Madrid or Barcelona. And I'm not saying he has to go to those teams to become the best midfielder, but it will make it easier for sure. It will make it easier. But at PSG, he's already won that Champions League, and he's learning from a player like Vitinha. He's 5 years younger than Vitinha. People forget that. How immediate impact he's been. But we'll talk more about João Neves shortly. Let's just go now to other leagues. Now, Portuguese League, our home Portuguese League. And look, I'm going to be a bit controversial with these picks, mate. I'm going to be a bit controversial.
Me too.
So my top 3 under 23 players in the Portuguese League, I went 100% Porto, mate. I went third Samu, second Rodrigo Mora, and first Victor Froholt. I went 100% Porto, even though...
Under 23?
Under 23. 100% Porto.
I don't have any Porto player.
What? So who'd you have?
I have Zeno de Bast, third place. Second place, Sudakov. If he plays in the middle of the pitch, not on the wing, please, Bruno Lage. And then Dedic, first place.
We really disagree here. But look, Dedic was my fourth player if I had him in the top three, okay? For me, Dedic is going to become one of the best right backs in the world. He's already, with what he does at Benfica, you can feel the technique, the way he thinks. He's a player to one day play in the big leagues, completely, okay? But, I went 100% Porto. And I went with Rodrigo Moura ahead of Samu. That's what I thought was the boldest thing, okay? Because I really think Moura is the key piece for Porto to win the league this season. I really think that. Even though at the start of the season there was a lot of news that he could go to Saudi, this, that, and the other thing, but Victor Froholt, Rodrigo Moura, Samu, I really think just like I said with John Neves, when I'm 60, we will remember this season of Futebol Clube do Porto with Froholt, with Rodrigo Moura, with Samu. The recruitment of Porto is insane, and to have the top three, in my opinion, under 23 players from one season to another speaks levels of what's happening at Porto. So but special moment for Victor Froholt. He's not just the best under 23 player in the Portuguese league. For me, behind Martin Huilmand, Victor Froholt is the best midfielder in the Portuguese league. Huilmand is the only player I'd put him ahead of Victor Froholt. So the two best midfielders
right now,
in the Portuguese
current
league.
Quality.
Better
than Enzo, better than Richard Rios.
Yes. I love, and I like Sudakov too, but I'm still doubtful about Sudakov in the sense that, mate, we spoke about this in August. If you were the sporting director of Benfica, who would you get for the number 10? And I was like, mate, no doubt, Bilal Alcanus. And you told me, he's going to Palace, this, that, and the other thing, which completely understable. He's got the level for Crystal Palace. But 30 million to Stuttgart. I think I got a bit of a I should have got it for Alcanus. So Sudakov, hopefully he goes well, but I'm a bit doubtful because I wanted to see him week in, week out, playing at a high level. And at Shakhtar, that didn't happen. So I'm just justifying myself for that. But what's your top in under 21s? Because we didn't say Kenda. And Kenda was the best young player in the Portuguese League award last season.
For sure. And I'm going to be a bit controversial here because if we were talking about potential, my top three would be Froholt, then Moura, and then Kenda.
So you put Kenda ahead of Rodrigo Moura?
Yes.
I disagree. Rodrigo Moura, for me, is the most talented player of his generation.
But it's in my opinion, it's very close.
They're going to be partners in crime, okay? If we win the Euros and World Cup in the future, Moura and Kenda, they're going to be big upping.
For sure. And are very different players as well. And he's a close level, so I think people that think that Moura is better, I think it's completely understandable. But my opinion, I think Kenda has a little bit more potential. But my under 21s top players for current quality, I put Diomande, third place. Second place, Victor Froholt, and first place, Zeno De Bast. That was on my.
You're going bold with De Bast. I love De Bast also, but Froholt.
People undervalue De Bast.
I love De Bast, and I said this. I think without De Bast, Sporting wouldn't have won the league last season, 100%. But mate, Froholt is so insane in such a short period of time.
I agree.
In August, Froholt was awarded the best player, best midfielder, and best youngster of the month of August. Victor Froholt. So I'm sad not to have De Bast because I really like De Bast. I think he's an amazing person. I think he's a great athlete. He's working with Francisco Martins, a man that I know, and it's a great choice with Trincão, De Bast.
Yeah.
I just feel sad that I don't put him. But my top three, I put Ken. My top three players under 21 in the Portuguese league, I put Ken the third, second Rodrigo Moura, and first Victor Froholt. Because Victor Froholt. Statement just arrived. The player that I'm sad that I didn't put was Gustavo Sá. Gustavo Sá is the player.
I have to mention here,
is the player that I wanted that was really close to being in this under 21. And Gustavo Sá is absolutely mad that he's still at Famalicão, the captain of this team. He just scored against Sporting this weekend. I'm sure we're going to see Gustavo Sá one day in the Portuguese national team. Step by step, you can feel it. Just like a Matheus Fernandes at West Ham, Gustavo Sá has the level to go to the Premier League and to be impactful in one of these teams.
For sure. Those 5 players from the under 21 Portuguese national team are going to have a big impact in the future for 100%. Portugal. Roger Fernandes, Matheus Fernandes, Gustavo Sá, Rodrigo Moura, and Giovanni Kenda. This is the future of Portugal national team. We're
so well made. And then Gonçalo Inácio and António Silva and João Neves. We got so much sauce, Mace. We're gonna win something. We really believe. We gotta believe in this. So, Eredivisie, I need your help here because I did the bad job of forgetting. So, who's your under 21s and under 23, Felipe?
Under 21s, okay. Top 3, Mika Götze in the 3rd place. Then Ruben Van Bommel, 2nd place, and then 1st place Jarek Gaziorovski. I really like him. Very good centre back, a ball playing centre back, and I think they have
PSV players. Two PSV
players, and one from Ajax,
and 2 players that they bought. Okay, kudos to the recruitment. Window. Exactly, with Jarek Gaziorovski and Ruben Van Bommel. Yeah. Ruben Van Bommel, very impactful. He scored yesterday, and PSV needed a player like him.
For sure.
When Luke De Jong leaves, okay, which is seeing him at Porto is a bit.
Sure.
But Mika Götze, I don't know. I'm not sold, mate. Still,
but I have to say something, Alex.
I'm not sold.
If in terms of potential, my top 3 of the Eredivisie would be completely different. My top 3 of most potential under 21 players in the Eredivisie are Givairo Reeds in the 3rd place, 2nd place Paul Warner from PSV, and
former Bayern Munich.
And then Jordi Mokio in the 1st place from Ajax.
Got you.
I really like him. Very good number 6, can play as a centre back as well. Very aggressive, but very good on the ball.
And Givairo Reed is also an underrated name at Feyenoord. Not a lot of people focus on him, more in Milambo. He went now to Brentford. But he's underrated, I think. He can play centre back and right back, correct?
Yeah. More a right back, but he can make centre back as well. But
interesting choices. Let us know down below if you agree or disagree. And you're going to say something. Let me know what you're thinking, Philippe.
My under 23s.
Sorry. sorry.
No,
yes.
Troy Parrott in the 3rd place. 2nd place, a player that could go to Porto, but he didn't. Kenneth Taylor, of course, brilliant midfielder. And then 1st place, a centre back that I really love, Ryan Flamingo, in the 1st place. So that's my list. And I want to mention here, a player from the PSV 2nd team who's playing in the 2nd division, and he's like the Dutch Neymar. You have to see it. Ayodele Thomas, yes. Brilliant talent, a very explosive and technical winger, very great player.
Will we see him 1st team this season?
For sure. I don't have any doubt. Already 2 goals, 3 penalties won in the first couple of matches in the 2nd Dutch division.
You heard it here first at FC Wonderkid. A new talent, the new Dutch Neymar, and he'll play well with Xavi Simons. The techie vibes will be throughout the roof. But yes, let us know down below if you agree or disagree. And now we're going to the other topic, the second big topic here and all of the FC Wonderkid podcast. I think it's going to be our last topic because the rankings we were really fun.
For sure.
Next superstars of each country. So starting from our own country. Okay, let's start with what we know best. Portugal, bora lá, meu. Who's the next superstar of the Portuguese national team, Felipe?
Kenda and Rodrigo Moura, of course, the partners in crime. You see, the last international break, they completely destroyed at the under 21 level, but I think they are already too good for the under 21 level. They are just too good. I think, of course, you will mention Gustavo Sá as well.
We did, yes.
Roger Fernandes now playing in Saudi Arabia.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say.
Let's see. Maybe he can come to the Europe.
Gabri Veiga came, right, after 2 years, winning the Asian Cup at Al Ahly. But yes, hopefully we'll see Roger Fernandes soon. I was of the thought process of if Benfica would sign a Roger Fernandes in the sense that Benfica signed Bruma. Bruma was obviously not the player with most potential at Braga in terms of wingers. Like Benfica should have gone for Roger Fernandes instead. I know it was 6 million, okay? And Roger Fernandes, they were asking 30. But this is not just about the money. This is about the best Portuguese players staying in Portugal and developing in Portugal. So I was a bit sad to see him going to Saudi Arabia because Roger Fernandes was a player that added so much to our league, added fans to go watch him play because that's the type of player that brings fans to the stadium. So, Roger Fernandes, I just hope it goes well at Saudi. But yes, the next superstar of the Portuguese national team, the present superstar is João Neves, but the next is Rodrigo Moura. And for Rodrigo Moura, no doubt, okay, Rodrigo Moura is going to have a great season with no injuries. And at the end of this season, you know what's going to be happening? We're in September?
Yeah.
We're in September currently, okay? I'm sure in June and July, everybody's going to be saying Rodrigo Moura has to go to PSG. Rodrigo Moura has to go to PSG because they see João Neves, they see Vitinha. Rodrigo Moura is the piece to complete this PSG team in terms of a maestro. Fabian Ruiz, incredibly underrated, phenomenal player, Fabian Ruiz. But Rodrigo Moura, Vitinha, João Neves, you can have this 5-10 years PSG. They're going to want to make it happen. Money's not going to be a problem. And Rodrigo Moura, I believe he can be valued at more than 100 million for this Porto team. I'm so happy that Porto didn't sell him for 70 million because Rodrigo Moura is valued, for me, more than 70 million. The 100 million mark for me. Rodrigo Moura is the most talented player I've seen in the Porto youth, Porto team, and I really wanted to highlight this because yes, Porto did a great job by not selling him, and now they have so many players that they can sell for so much money.
And I think Rodrigo Moura is a type of player that Luis Henrique would like. So
and I did a podcast before the Supertaça with André Almeida. And André Almeida, former Benfica legend, very important for Benfica to win so many trophies, a very good squad player and a great guy. And André Almeida said this to me about Rodrigo Moura. You see trees, Rodrigo Moura sees a forest. The vision he has, the way he thinks, it's not normal.
Yeah.
It's not normal. Yeah. So he says football players see trees, okay? So it's not even like a normal person.
Yeah.
Rodrigo Moura sees a forest, so he's like different breed completely. Yeah. And he's 18. So let's imagine how big the forest is going to be when he's 25. But this is a whole different conversation. So yes, we started with Portugal. Kenda, just wanted to say, when you think of Kenda, right winger, correct?
Yeah, for sure.
But that's a problem. What's going to happen at Chelsea, mate? What's going to happen at Chelsea? Because we can start here Brazil now too. The next superstar of Brazil is William Estevão. And Kenda is also one of our next. So the next two superstars of Portugal and Brazil, both are right wingers, Kenda and Estevão. So what's Chelsea going to do?
Maybe loan them to Strasbourg, and I think that's
Strasbourg getting Kenda.
Yeah, I really think that's what's going to happen. Maybe next season because
Penders, Kendry Paes, get so many talents. Strasbourg
and the amount of wingers that Chelsea have, it's insane. Estevão, Jamie Gittens, Garnacho.
Pedro Neto for me is the one that's 100% a starter.
But do you think Kenda can arrive at Chelsea and have a place in this Chelsea squad?
At right wing back, no. At right wing back, we've seen him play at Sporting, quite crucial for Ruben Amorim.
In the Enzo Maresca system, difficult.
I don't think it's the best position for Kenda, and I hope for the future of Portugal, he plays at the right wing, okay? Because that's where he has the most potential. Watching him in the Sporting Youth Academy, under 17s of Portugal, you can see right winger is where he feels the best. But Chelsea have have Estevão too.
Yeah.
So it's such a difficult choice to do. And there are others in the academy. We're not even going for the academy players also competing with these types of players. So I don't know. But Brazil. So Estevão, other players that we consider are the future superstars of Brazil.
For sure, Estevão, we have to mention. And I could not talk about Brazil without talking about Shakhtar Donetsk, because they are bringing all the Wonderkids from Brazil to Shakhtar Donetsk.
Or Nottingham Forest too.
Yeah, Isaac Silva, one of the best Wonderkids in Brazil from Fluminense Youth Academy, brilliant midfielder. Go to Shakhtar Donetsk and let's see what he can do. He will play Conference League, I think. Shakhtar Donetsk. Yes. Then we have Alisson Santana as well. We have Lucas Meireles, a striker from Santos Youth Academy went to Shakhtar as well.
I like him.
And some players, of course, the obvious ones, Estevão, André Santos, these kinds of players.
André Santos is obvious for us, okay? But I speak to Premier League fans. They still don't give the recognition that André Santos deserves. We watched him at Strasbourg, a player on loan, being captain. That is weird. And that was deserved, okay, for Strasbourg last season. He was carrying Diego Moreira, Emega, André Santos, the vibes of that team. I love it.
I really love the Strasbourg team. So many young players.
Valentin Barco, so many, yes. Balus Kazogzburg, Mamadou Sarr, Strasbourg. Thank you so much for being this team when we do FC Wonderkid and we're starting to do this properly.
For sure.
Oh, it's so good. But yes, mention Brazil. Is there any other player you wanted to say of Brazil?
Maybe I want to mention Gabriel Mack. I don't know if
Do you think Caio Jorge can be a starter for the national team? Because João Pedro obviously should get that recognition too. I've said it in last podcast. Brazilian fans disrespect João Pedro because he was not a player that was big time in Brazil. Goes to Watford, goes to Brighton, goes to Chelsea, always has to prove himself. Could a Caio Jorge, that is now balling at Cruzeiro, come back to Europe and become that number 9 that Brazil wants?
With João Pedro? It is very difficult.
Hendrik, where's Hendrik, man? Imagine if we did this.
We talked about this in the last episode.
But if we did this a year ago when Hendrik was at Palmeiras, obviously we would have Hendrik in the next superstar of Brazil.
For sure. He doesn't play.
He should go to PSV. Hendrik should go to PSV like Ronaldo Nazário did, like Romário did. It would be such a good choice. Ruben van Bommel, Hendrik, Jarek Kaziorowski.
But it's very bad for his development because he will don't play this season. 0 minutes right now.
He won't play. Xabi Alonso won't play.
I think Gonzalo Garcia will have more minutes than Hendrik.
Which he got that recognition with the Club World Cup. He did an incredible Club World Cup.
He deserves it, no doubt.
And he's 21 also, okay? So, you mentioned now a 21-year-old Spanish player. Who's the next superstar of the Spain national team? I'll start here because, I am not a big fan of Spain. I just really hope Spain doesn't win the World Cup because winning the Euros and then winning the World Cup when Ronaldo's retiring from the Portuguese national team probably in the next 2 years, that would be shambolic, mate. And it'd be the start of the Lamine Yamal era, which at club level and for the national team, I've accepted, but Portugal, we can beat them, okay? So I really don't want that to happen. But the next superstar of the Spanish national team, obviously not named Lamine Yamal, and that all you guys are going to be talking big time in the next 2-3 months, it's Marc Bernal.
I already knew it.
Marc Bernal and Pedri is going to be insane to watch. This duo is going to make people remember the Busquets, Iniesta, and Xavi. It's the identity of Barcelona that's being sustained. Players like Cubarsí, players like Marc Bernal, players like Pedri. These are the players that value the principles of La Masia, that value the principles of Barcelona, and that's why Marc Bernal is completely inevitable. And that ACL injury, I got so mad when it happened because all you guys would be talking about him big time by now.
For sure.
But don't worry. let it all work out. Things happen for a reason, and Marc Bernal and Pedri are going to cook this season.
And last episode, Alex, you asked me which Barcelona midfielder would have most impact.
And the comments were Frankie de Jong, no Frankie de Jong.
Yeah, no Frankie de Jong. But I told you, Olmo and Fermin. But I think Marc Bernal, if he's injury-free, bro.
He's a starter. Marc Bernal is a starter for Barcelona.
Starter and maybe the most influent midfielder after Pedri.
He could be. He does things that Pedri can't do because that's normal. He can't do everything.
Different roles in the midfield, of course. Pedri is more an orchestrated and also a playmaker.
But they complete each other magnificently, and that's why I really wanted to mention Marc Bernal because we could see him playing for the Spanish national team. And Spain, obviously, if they don't have Rodri, they have Zubimendi. Oh, scored 2 goals yesterday for Arsenal. But they have Marc Bernal now, which gives them more guarantees. And he's 18 years old, okay?
Yeah.
Just, Pau Cubarsí, Lamine Yamal, Marc Bernal, they're carrying the Spain national team in the future. And Barcelona, and they all grew up together. This is what La Masia does. This is a story, such a beautiful story of football. So let's wait and see, and let's hope that Portugal always beats them.
Let's see.
And I have fear, because it is mentionable. It's not the next superstar, but it's a position that Spain, I have doubts. It's obviously the starter for the left back for Spain is Marc Cucurella. But there's Balde, but there's Carreras, and there's Grimaldo. What do you think is going to happen? Who are the 3 left backs that Spain is going to call up in Cucurella, Balde, Carreras, and Grimaldo? Grimaldo would be out for me.
Yeah, for sure. And I think Cucurella would not be a starter, in my opinion. I really like Balde.
I think potential Balde will be better than Cucurella, but right now, I just think Cucurella, I'd pick him. I don't
know, bro. I think Cucurella is a little bit over.
And I know tactically, we're very advanced, Felipe, and you recognize that just like Carreras also does, but Cucurella a lot of times defends the center backs and he comes to support in such a smart way. The thing that I admire about the most about Cucurella is his IQ in terms of positioning. He knows when to attack. He knows when to defend. He can be a center back in many moments when he has to. And not a lot of players can have this reading of the game. And I think Cucurella, honestly, he's going to be a Chelsea legend in 5-10 years.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I think you are right. But I think Balde for sure is...
No Carreras. No Carreras. So
Carreras is in the conversation for sure. Grimaldo is out of this top 3 of best left backs of the Spanish national team. But I think Balde, his game in terms of offensive play, it's very.
It's like Hakimi.
It's very good.
Very
it's
vertical.
Better. Yeah. It's better than Cucurella, for example.
Yes.
Maybe in the defensive.
He's not as good.
He's not as good. Yeah. Carreras defensively, of course, is better than Balde. But I think Balde gives this part of the Spanish game that is very important as well. When you play for the Spanish national team, you got the ball like 80% of the game. You have the ball,
and all 3 of them are good with that. So I think Cucurella, Carreras, and Balde, all 3 are good. But Balde is the best going forward. I completely agree.
For sure.
But no, I don't know, man. We saw Carreras at Benfica. We know what Carreras can do.
I know what he can do. Yeah.
Locked in, Lamine Yamal, locked in any winger, okay, against he went last season. For me, Alvaro Carreras was such a good transfer to Real Madrid. We mentioned the best left-back signing under 23 of this summer transfer window was Alvaro Carreras, no doubt, and he deserves more attention because that was a problem for Real Madrid not having any option, and now they have a player that was from their academy, that can play for the national team of their country, and they can play the next 10 years. Such a good signing. So good for Benfica. That was a good amount of money, 250 million. That's for a left back, a lot of money. I think Cucurella, he did go for more, but you don't see a lot of left backs leaving for more than 45, 50 million. So I really wanted to give this special moment. And yes, this left back choice, because center backs, we agree a lot.
Overall, the Spanish national team, it's scary.
Now, England, the English fans, when is England coming? In other podcasts, they would be the first one.
Yeah.
But in our podcast, we want to do things taking time. So England.
So I don't want to talk about the players that we already talked about.
I gotta talk about Jude Bellingham, mate.
Jude Bellingham, Adam Wharton, those under 23 and under 21 players that are already good. But I want to talk about, Alex, the next gen,
the next one.
What's coming, my friend?
Who are the players that we can? Who are the English players that we can see in 2030 World Cup?
Of course, Max Dahlmann.
Yes.
Hyun Gumoa, of course. JJ Gabriel.
Manchester United.
I think he will debut this season for the Manchester United first team.
He's 14 now. He'll be maybe 15.
He will be 15 like in next month, I think. Next month, 15. And then I have Cobham.
Reggie Walsh.
Cobham, it's insane. Reggie Walsh, the English Pedri. It's insane. Go check him out. Very, very, very good midfielder. Very good midfielder. And I have also the Chelsea's future number 9, Šimelka.
Yes.
We talked about Cobham last episode and I didn't mention him.
Yes.
What a shame.
So mad.
Yeah. Šimelka, really, really good striker. 10 goals in 7 games so far this season with the under-19 national team and the Chelsea under-21s. And he will be the Chelsea future number 9. I don't have any doubts. And another player that I have here from Cobham as well.
Yes.
That in this international break he scored against the Germany under-17 team 4 goals, scored 4 goals and provided 1 assist in 1 game. Ryan Kavuma McQueen.
And please just put McQueen. Just put McQueen in the back of that jersey, okay?
For sure.
McQueen, he's iconic, this new Chelsea player. I get the feeling that we could see him soon playing for the first team.
For sure. Reports from the Chelsea Youth Academy saying that Ryan has higher potential than Hyun Gumoa at the time. And that's why Hyun Go left and they were like, okay, we have Ryan Kavuma McQueen, no problem.
Oh my gosh, Coben does it again.
Yeah.
Coben does it again.
It's insane. But I want to talk also about another player that
an English player,
an English player from Hale-Hand, of course.
Yes.
Of course, everybody now knows Max Dahlmann. Max Dahlmann is very known, and I want to tell you guys what's coming next. What's coming next? Marley Salmon. Marley Salmon, a very good centre back. It's the Saliba regen for Arsenal. 15 years old, the youngest player in the Premier League 2, the under-21 Premier League this year. 15 years old. It's the only 15-year-old that is playing in this league. So I think the first
Haaland had Aiden Heaven, had Shidu Obi Marti going to Man United.
Yeah.
Another player to watch out. And Haaland, this is I point fingers a lot at Arteta because of all the success and trophies. But one thing's undeniable: the culture of academy football at Haaland has improved with Mikel Arteta.
For sure.
Skelly, Waneri, Saka obviously being the icon. Max Dahlmann
is on the bench and he will have a lot of minutes in this Premier League thanks to Arteta as well.
Exactly.
Other manager would think, okay, it's a 15-year-old good player, but I would not going to put a 15-year-old playing in the Premier League.
But he gives him accountability. He gives responsibilities to Max Dahlmann, and that's what he needs to realize what he's doing is such a privilege, and he's got the chance to be one of the best players in the world. Not a lot of people can say that.
For sure.
Max Dahlmann can absolutely do that. Obviously, you said we wouldn't mention the big ones, but I just want to ask you this. Could you see Cole Palmer winning a Ballon d'Or, Philippe?
Yes.
At Chelsea.
At Chelsea.
I don't know, mates. Because when I think of like Ballon d'Or Premier League players, we can't forget the last 2 Ballon d'Or Premier League players was Rodri. I didn't really agree with Rodri winning the Ballon d'Or, and Cristiano Ronaldo before that. So we don't see a lot of Premier League. We don't see a lot of Premier League players winning the Ballon d'Or since Ronaldo. So if Cole Palmer makes it happen at Chelsea, I'd be very surprised.
Cole Palmer has brilliant numbers. This is very important to win a Ballon d'Or.
True.
Goals, assists.
PR. He's got PR. Cole Palmer. Celebration. He's got everything locked in.
I think he could win it. Yeah.
And if England win a World Cup, I think it has to be England winning the World Cup for Cole Palmer to win the Ballon d'Or. And even if England wins the World Cup, people will be obviously saying Jude Bellingham will also be important. Saka will also be important.
Harry Kane will score a lot of goals for sure in the World Cup. So
you already know what I think about Bayern Munich currently, and Harry Kane is a bit of a consequence for that being the case. The amount of money that they spent on Harry Kane. Yes, they needed a striker. Yes, they needed to fill that void. Still, I just don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't like seeing Harry Kane at Bayern Munich personally. Okay, I don't like it. I would rather see Harry Kane in the Premier League. Yes, I would rather. Yeah. I would like to see him maybe at a Man United. Return to Tottenham.
If I was Harry Kane, I would choose Bayern Munich just like he did, because he needed to win trophies.
100%.
He needed to win trophies, and in Bayern Munich he could win trophies.
Yeah, but even in the first season, he didn't win the league.
Okay,
because Xabi Alonso winning the first trophy in 120 years, league trophy, of Bayern Leverkusen. I just get so, but it is what it is. I don't want to rant Harry Kane because he's an extraordinary player, top 3 strikers in the world of football currently. So, other national teams that we didn't mention. Germany, we have the big name Jamal Musiala. Obviously, we mentioned Pavlovic, also that can have a key role for the World Cup. Is there another name that you want to mention here?
Lennart Karl from Bayern Munich.
I think company doesn't screw up with Lennart Karl.
No. I think he will have some minutes this season. And he's impressing everyone at Bayern Munich. Very good. When I saw him play in the youth academy, he was more like a 10.
Yes.
Now he can play as a winger as well.
Yeah.
But his playmaking abilities are amazing, and also his shooting is insane. And I saw him in the set pieces of the Bayern Munich youth academy. Bro. Corners, free kicks, all dangerous. Really, this guy is a real gem from Bayern Munich. Big, great shooting, fantastic technique, very good in tight spaces as well. I think he has a brilliant future ahead.
Lennart Karl, you heard it here first, and he's a player that he's getting more and more importance in this Bayern Munich team. Sure. So, is there other nations that we want to mention here? USA. Yeah. Kevin Sullivan.
Kevin Sullivan, for sure.
The player that I want to, if I can mention, obviously I can, sorry. Malik Tillman, very important he can become for his national team. But Chris Richards. Chris Richards is a player that I think is incredibly underrated because he's a starter for Crystal Palace. All these trophies that Crystal Palace gets is also with Chris Richards being present. So I love the fact that Glasner trusted the player, is developing the player well. And I think for the US, Chris Richards is going to be a vital player in the future.
Okay, for sure. In terms of long term, I believe Kevin Sullivan would take that role.
Could we see Kevin Sullivan being called up for the World Cup? Max Dallman, very doubtful. Okay, he has to make huge minutes he has to make huge moments happen. Max Dallman to go to the World Cup. Kevin Sullivan. US needs a Kevin Sullivan to go to the World Cup, in my opinion. Experience.
I find it difficult because he's playing in the under-21 team of Manchester City, and I don't think US is going to call a player. He will not play for the first team this season. I guarantee you.
But Philadelphia, he was completely. He would play with his brother, Quinn Sullivan.
For sure. But he's not. He were not a starter for Philadelphia. He's 15.
Yes, exactly.
He's 15. And we are talking about a 15-year-old player.
But my point is, Max Dallman, he's a player that obviously he's got that level of talent or even higher. But US needs a player like this. They need to shape a player like this. They need to sharpen the diamond. That experience, like we saw Rodrigo Moura going to the Nations League, didn't play any minutes. I could see the same happening with Kevin Sullivan for that month to learn for the U.S. men's national team experience. It's like I can't compare in that sense, but yeah, it's a good example, the Rodrigo Mora in the Nations League. But is there other nations that you want to mention? Obviously, Ecuador, Kendry Paez.
Ecuador, amount of players, under 23 players that they have, it's insane.
True.
We were talking about here, Kendry Paez, Joel Ordonez, Piero Incampié, Moi Caicedo, Pedro Witt from Midtjylland.
Pedro Bravo.
Pedro Bravo?
I think it's Bravo, yes.
Pedro
yes.
Bravo. They have...
He's a good midfielder. I like that name. Good. I watched him play against Nordjylland, and he impressed me. He impressed me quite a lot.
Good midfielder, very strong in midfield. And I think Ecuador has a bright future ahead.
And I know you want to mention Mexico.
Yeah,
before we started this film, he was like, I got to talk about Mexico.
We have to talk about the Mexican Pedri, of course, Gilberto Mora.
The second best player named Mora.
Yeah.
Rodrigo Mora first.
For sure.
Gilberto Mora baller.
Yeah. Gilberto Mora, bro. He's a starter for the Mexican national team with 16 years old. 16 years old.
And not just a starter, an impactful starter. One of the best players on the pitch for Mexico.
They won the Golden Cup.
Because of Gilberto Mora being there.
Because of Gilberto Mora, 16 years old. And in the Mexican Super League with Club Tijuana, he scored like... he had 5 goal involvements in the last 4 games. He's a number 8.
Very good player.
Midfielder like Pedri. Please check them out.
They're already saying Real Madrid scouts are on top of him. It could happen. It could happen.
Yeah, he's a real gem. He's a real gem. And I have
Argentina, we can't forget one of the favorites. France, obviously, we can talk about France in the next episode. Okay, with Desiree Doué, all of these players. Yeah. But let's finish here with Argentina.
So, the amount of playmakers that we have in this new Argentina generation.
So let's name them. Mastatuono, Nico Paz,
Echeverri,
Buonanotte,
Valentim Carboni. We have also an underrated player from Botafogo, Álvaro Montoro, 18 years old.
Great transfer.
A great transfer for Botafogo, and I think he will be in Europe soon. Let's see.
Could see that. We saw Almada shortly after going to Lyon. Sure.
And I think also at the left back position we have Valentim Barco with 21 years old. A great. I really like him.
Could play CDM too in the double pivot.
And I have here Anselmino.
Yes, I answered the comment on TikTok. Very well said. And look, this is. Let's do it once again. The center backs at Chelsea, mate. The center back options for Chelsea next season. So you go Jurel Hato, Ashpong, Anselmino,
Colwill.
Colwill. I know I'm forgetting players. I know there's so many. Mamadou Sarr, Lucas Augsburg
could be with Chelsea as well.
So the center backs for the potential center backs for Chelsea next season: Mamadou Sarr, Lucas Augsburg, Jurel Hato, Ashpong, Anselmino. These are 5 players that literally would start for 95% of the teams in the world. Yeah. Like what?
It's insane.
And Dortmund did well by getting Anselmino too. Dortmund did very well.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really curious to see this season from Aaron Anselmino at Dortmund because I saw him in the Boca Juniors times, and he's a brilliant centre back. With what stands out in his game, it's the ability that he has to break lines with passing. True. He has an insane view.
And duels, the tackle he made. You saw that video. He tackles.
It's very aggressive because the Argentinian league, we already know it's aggressive.
True.
It's very aggressive, and Anselmino is used to that. So I think after this won to Borussia Dortmund, he could be a player that really adapt with a good adaptation to the Premier League.
We could see Anselmino being the replacement of Otamendi in the Argentinian national team.
For sure.
So you go Anselmino and Romero one day.
Yeah.
That's a very good center-back duo.
For sure.
Very good center-back duo.
And we have the Valentim Barco at the left back.
For the ball distribution, those elite passes.
Yeah.
Really Argentina have a ton of options. So, here, our mark has passed. Last mentions here. Philippe, do you want to mention here Wonderkid here at the end?
Yes.
Then we do our game fast, and
okay.
that's it.
Denmark We have to say it. Victor Verhoot, of course. Victor Verhoot, future legend of the Danish national team. But I want to mention another future legend of the Danish national team. Michael Bro Hansen from Bodo Glimt. He scored his first goal in the Norwegian League last week. 16 years old. Bro, go check him out. Brilliant striker, great attacking movement, great finishing, very strong. He will be in the Danish national team in a couple of years' time. I
completely agree with you. And then you have also Rasmus Højlund that did a good choice to go to Napoli. You have also Shidwabi Martin, and you have Konrad Harder that is at RB Leipzig. This Danish national team, in terms of goals, they're here to take part, and they're definitely to take part in the World Cup and to make a difference with any other team they face. Let's make the game fast here. It's just a game that we're going to ask top 10, top 15, or top 20 of a certain player, and we just talk when we think it's the top of that player. Now let me think. Okay, Jude Bellingham.
Okay.
Top 20?
Yes.
Top 15?
Yes.
Top 10?
Yes.
Top 5 midfielders in the world?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Top 3 midfielders in the world, Jude Bellingham?
No.
No?
No.
You'd put Pedri? Vitinha?
Vitinha.
Would you put João Neves ahead of Jude Bellingham?
No, I'm thinking about Moisés Caicedo and...
I like that you give that respect to Moisés Caicedo. You'd put Moisés Caicedo in the top 3 midfielders of the world currently.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a bold statement, and I'm sure Chelsea fans are going to love it.
Yeah, I think he deserves it because he's in Chelsea. Of course, he not win a Champions League, but I think he's a brilliant player.
But we can agree that the top 5 midfielders in the world have Pedri, Vitinha, Jude Bellingham, João Neves, and Caicedo.
Yeah.
This is the top 5.
I agree.
In no order.
Yeah, I agree.
And João Neves is 20. FC Wonderkid podcast. So good.
Insane.
Now you can do it to me, the player.
So, let me think. Okay, Cole Palmer. Is Cole Palmer top 20 midfielders in the world?
Yes.
Top 10?
Yes.
Top 5? No.
Attacking midfielders? 100% yes.
Of course, yeah.
Midfielders? No.
Okay.
I mentioned the 5. I think Caicedo as a midfielder is currently more important.
Yeah, for sure. The impact is...
But my days, the clips.
But it's a very challenging task.
Let me do this to you, because I know you like these 2 players. Would you pick Kenan Yildiz ahead of Cole Palmer?
Right now? No.
But if you had to make a team for the next 2-3 years, you had Kenan Yildiz and Cole Palmer in front of you.
Let me tell you this. I think the 23-year-old Kenan Yildiz can be better than the 23-year-old Cole Palmer. That's what I'm saying, yeah. But right now, Cole Palmer is better.
Because we see a Kenan Yildiz at this age to be a reference for his national team at Turkey.
Yeah.
And we see Kenan Yildiz making the difference against Inter in a crucial game. 4-3. Juventus are the favorites to win Serie A because of Kenan Yildiz. This is happening. So yes, if you're listening until now to the FC Wonderkid podcast, go bold. Support us on Spotify. Support us on Apple Podcasts. Support us on YouTube. If you're listening until now, let's get to the 100 likes easy, people, okay? Go bold and support us on YouTube. And yes, thank you so much. Once again, another week, Fleep, going bold with this crazy knowledge about Wonderkids. You know, the best podcast in the world about young players is FC Wonderkid, and the best community is you guys. So thank you, everyone that is supporting us. Thank you for going bold with us another week. Take care, people, and see you next week.